He's a super mature catcher. He can pick it, he can block it, he can throw it, and he can hit too. So all around catcher that helps us win games from both sides of the ball. It's really nice to have him.
What's it like when in those mound visits? Like, how does he kind of talk you through maybe some tough situations?
It's mature. I think I'm a guy that kind of needs to get a little bit of time sometimes, more so than like talking through, him telling me what I need to do, I guess. But he, it's pretty simple. Just come out to give you a breather. What pitch do you want to throw here? And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, just kind of a reset. But he probably says 10 words, and I understand 100. Like, there's a lot of, we understand each other really well.
How do you judge your games after, when you analyze your games? What do you base it on as far as judging? Good game, bad game. What do you analyze?
Everything is just pitch execution. So I think it's loaded because it's probably I probably have a kind of a tainted view of it right now compared to when I'm going to have to rewatch the game or look at the score sheet or something like that. In my opinion, this is without watching the game. There were some pitches that they hit with 2 strikes that I thought were pretty executed today. So, all you can do is control what what you're doing, and sometimes they're going to beat you, and you have to be okay with that. So that's something that I really emphasize when I'm analyzing my outings.
Do you see a difference week in to week in on how teams are approaching you?
For sure. I think that's something that we go into the games with kind of what we're thinking their approach is going to be off me, and then when we're in the game, we can tell if that's how it is or that kind of deal. So we adjust our plan. We have a plan going in, and then we can adjust it when we get in. But there's definitely differences week to week, depending on who the hitting coach is and who they have in the lineup. Obviously, Kentucky's a different lineup than South Carolina, and they have different plans. So, but we have a plan going in, and we have to obviously adjust to what they're doing also.
When you're watching your starts, then looking back, like what are you sort of looking for in those when you're looking at the tape?
Really, what I was trying to do with the pitches and whether I executed them. I think that's really all it comes down to. I think I can understand and look back and reflect on my outings and understand what I was thinking, what I was trying to do on certain pitches. Like, if I try too hard to execute a certain pitch and I pull a fastball or something like that. Like, I can tell that the average fan can't. And, even if it's a strike, it's not an executed pitch. So that's kind of what I look for with those. But really just looking at, what I was thinking in those counts, and then whether I did it and, whether I executed the pitch or not.
Is there any sort of mechanical sort of analysis too with that?
For sure. I think Wes probably does a little more of that than I do, because I think he understands when I watch, or when he watches me move. I think he understands it to a deeper degree than I do. So that's one reason that it's really nice to have him. But I'm looking at myself and looking at my chest speed, hand speed. Obviously, the velocity is another indicator. But looking at everything that I can to make sure that I'm moving consistently week to week.
Do you watch that like with the numbers of like what the pitch was? Because of course there's the TrackMan inside the stadium, so you can track all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and you can see the vertical and horizontal break too. So looking at, especially on fastballs, like looking if my hand got on the side of one or stayed behind it, or something like that. That's another indication.
And do you watch the tape at all with Wes, and he's sort of pointing you out, or do you try to find something and say, Wes, I need a second pair of eyes on this. Like, what's that sort of like?
Both. Generally, what we'll do is we'll watch it separately, and then talk about it. Probably Sunday. A couple days after, maybe Monday too. But definitely by my bullpen day, we're talking about it, and he'll send me video. I'll send him video if I need to, and so it's a pretty good communication system we have there.
Are there times when you were talking about executing a pitch and you execute it so well that it catches the home plate umpire off guard?
Definitely.
Have you talked to guys about that during the season?
Yeah, we were talking about it today.
What do they say? What do you? I mean, what's that conversation like? Do you,
It's pretty one-sided. It's like, I thought that caught the umpire off guard, and they said, yeah, I think so too, or no, they don't. Because looking at the game from the side, it's different than on the mound. Like, I think I have a better view of it during the game, and then obviously after the game we can look at the TrackMan numbers and see if it was there or if it wasn't. But yeah, that was definitely a conversation we had today.
do you kind of give, if you're having it constantly an issue in a game, do you kind of talk to the home plate on, hey, the slider does this, hey, the fastball normally runs like that, just to kind of give him a little bit of a baseline to be prepared, if that's a good word?
Not a ton. I think that's probably something that Al does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couple more for Paul.
What did you see from Bryce in that big spot to close the door tonight?
A lot of bulldog. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that we want in those situations, and he came in and executed. We had faith in him, and he did it. It was fun to watch.
You greeted him afterwards. What did you say?
Yeah, it was, hey, dude, way to pick us up. I mean, something along those lines. Like, yeah, I mean, you can probably guess what was said, but it was mutual. Hey, good job, dude. Hey, you too. You did a good job. So, but I'm really close with him, so that was cool.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, you can never get too comfortable around any of these teams that we play. Honestly, it was a nail biter at the end for sure. We had all the faith and trust in Griffin to close it out. It's just that's a great team. People don't realize that's a great team, great lineup, great bullpen. So, it was just unfortunate he couldn't get that last out, and we handed it off to Bryce, and he was able to shut the door. So,
What about y'all's offense with 2 outs this year? Y'all's like 35% of your runs are with 2 outs. Can you talk about those 2 out bats?
yeah, that's been big for us. It's been huge for us this year. I mean, that's going to take us to the next level for sure. Being able to hit with 2 strikes, learning how to slow the game down, especially, with 2 strikes. So it's something that we practice for sure since the fall. And, yeah, it's been good. The bat doesn't change when it's, with less than 2 strikes or with 2 strikes. It's still the same.
Off the bat, do you think that was gone?
Not really, no. Not really. It was just, I saw it kept going. I think it caught some wind up there, so, I was thankful for it to get out and creeped out, so it was good.
When you're facing Hagen Banks, who wasn't even the starter, or was supposed to be the starter, how does the approach change in that situation?
Yeah, nothing really changes as far as our plans up there, really. Our plans, I guess, against the style of pitching it is, the style of the pitches that he's going to throw. It's like I said, we weren't supposed to, I guess, face him. We're supposed to face somebody else. But at the end of the day, we're good enough to adjust to those things. And that's a great pitcher up there. He's a very good pitcher. He got us the first time around. We were able to adjust the second time. So hats off to him and all that.
I was going to say, he struck you out at first, and it didn't seem like you thought that was a strike, and then
Yeah.
Can you take me through kind of your thought process after that, and then your next at bat?
Yeah, it was a great pitch. He buried 3 down the zone, and then was able to just get a fastball at the bottom of the zone and get it for strike 3. But I was able to adjust that second AB and get something that I liked, and was able to drive it. So yeah, it's a game of adjustments, and I was able to do that.
Did you grab a snack on the on-deck circle before your third at-bat?
Yeah, I do it every at bat.
What is it?
It's my favorite candy. Nerds, clusters or gusters. It's yeah. My buddy George, he gives those to me before every at bat, and it's good luck. It's been working. So.
Why clusters? What? Why?
Well,
why those?
It's I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It's like a cherry like middle. It's got some nerds around it. Trust me, you guys gotta try it. It's good. It's my favorite.
You're consuming those every at bat.
Oh yeah, every at bat.
You got the Marshawn Lynch thing going with the
Skittles. With the Skittles. That's kind of like the same thing, I guess. Yeah. So.
So is Tommy White eat anything before at bat?
Why do I do it?
Does Tommy White eat anything?
I don't know. Maybe. We don't know. He's he might be having something completely different, but maybe actually, I think he might be having the nerds clusters, whatever they're called. I think he's snacking on it too. So.
When did the Tommy White arms cross celebrations start for y'all? And how
Oh
did
man,
that?
it kind of just happened, really. You know, I think he did it one time after like a home run or a double, and you know, it just kind of stuck with us. You know, he did it, and then was like got everybody else on board, and it's become a big thing for us.
Do y'all call it the Tommy?
Oh yeah, yeah. We anytime we see anybody do it, or you know us, or we say hit the Tommy or something like that.
Anything else?
Uh,
Thank you, Dylan.
how big of a deal was it having Tommy and Trey back in the lineup?
Oh yeah, it's good. You know, two key players in our lineup, and you know, to have them back, it's very special. It's you know, two great ball players, and it can really swing the bat and impact the game for us. So, very happy they're back in the lineup.